Good morning, friends. Good morning and welcome to Spirit Play. I'm so glad you're here this morning with your family. Oh my goodness, Christmas just happened. How wonderful and how strange this year. I don't know about you, but my Christmas was not like it usually is at all. There were some good parts and some hard parts, but I'm so glad that I got to have Christmas with those people who live in my house with me. I'm so grateful for them. Well, friends, are you ready? Are you ready to begin our class this morning? Are you ready to listen and be still and wonder together? Let's sing our welcome song. Welcome, 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 welcome. It's time to say hello now, hello now, hello now. It's time to say hello now to all of our friends. Good morning, friends. I'm Sarah, and I'm with you here today for Spirit Play. We have a really good story today. But let's begin by lighting our chalice. If you remember the words, say them with me. We light this chalice as a symbol of our faith, the light of truth and the warmth of love. And now it's time for our peace greeting. Remember, I'll say it first and then you say it back to me with the motions, okay? I offer you peace. I offer you friendship. I offer you love. I see your beauty. I hear your needs. I honor the wisdom in you. Come, let us wonder together. Oh, my friends, no one has sent me any joys and sorrows. I have to use my imagination and wonder and wonder and wonder how you are doing. I wonder about it a lot. If you want to, have your parents send Michelle joys and sorrows at church, and we'll honor them here in our space for our class. Even if you want to just say, I have one, but I want to keep it in my heart, that's okay. Or if you want to pass, you can even send that to us, and we will say your name and say you would like to pass today. In my imagination, here are some of the joys and sorrows that I wonder if maybe you know about in your heart today. I mentioned I was so happy that Christmas came. And it was a very strange Christmas. I got to see my family, but they were inside a computer. I didn't get any hugs at all from my family who lives far away. I'm so excited that it snowed for Christmas. I wonder if anybody else is joyful about the snow. It wasn't really the right kind of snow for building a snowman, though. Those are just some of the joys and sorrows that my imagination says maybe you share with me. right now, take some time to share in your family if you are having any joys and sorrows right now, today. Thank you for sharing. We have a very special kind of a story today. Shall we see what it is? Well, this is strange. Look what they gave us for a story. This is the kind of bag you might use for groceries, or maybe to pack a lunch, like a great big lunch. Or sometimes I put newspapers in a bag like this and take them out to the recycling. Sometimes I've cut one of these bags apart to make wrapping paper. Well, usually there's a piece of felt in here for us to do the story on. We don't have one today. Well, I guess we could use the bag, huh? This story today is a very ordinary kind of a story. It's about the birth of a baby. And in that way, it's a very happy story. A long, long time ago, a baby was born. Its parents loved it and thought he was the most wonderful and special baby. But like many people, the family was very poor. They did not have very much money. And so when the baby came, they took rags and old pieces of cloth and tore them into strips and used that to wrap up the baby. That was all they had. They didn't have a place for the baby to rest. But they did have a box where they fed the animals. They put straw in the box to make it nice and soft. And they laid the baby inside. This was the best that they could do. This story is about the birth of a baby named Jesus. This is the same Jesus that you've heard about, who was kind to people that others ignored, who helped heal people, who was a very wise teacher, and who taught people how to be kind and how to live a good life. This story is about that same Jesus when he was just a little baby. When Jesus was a grown-up, the stories that were told about him were that he was so close to God that he was like God's child. So angels must have been there when he was born. Angels must have announced him coming. What's an angel? I don't really know, but I've seen a lot of angels that look like this. When Jesus grew up, he was very wise and taught many people all about God and how to lead a good and kind life. People who studied books and knew all about the stars, who advised kings and queens, those wise people must have been there when Jesus was born. Wise like this book. When Jesus grew up, he took care of people. He helped people who were sick, and he gathered in those people who were poor or on the edges, the margins. Jesus, when he took care of people like this, was a little bit like a shepherd tending their sheep. So shepherds must have been there when Jesus was born. Even though Jesus was born 2,000 and more years ago, people still talk about him today. His teachings are like a bright light, telling us how to live our lives to be kind and how to be good. In this way, Jesus is like a bright light. There must have been a star fixed in the sky when Jesus was born. This story happened so very long ago that it's hard to tell which parts are true and which parts of the story were added to make the story special. Unitarian Universalists find truth in this story. Some stories, when we don't know if they're true or not, we can still find parts of the story that are true. Maybe what's true about this story is that every time a baby is born, it is a special gift to the world. Maybe what's true about this story is that you don't need to be born with a lot of money or expensive things to be kind and important. Maybe what's true about this story is that we are like shepherds or stars. Whatever feels true to you in this story, it's a good time of year right now during the holidays to wonder about stories like this and what parts are true in our own hearts to help us know how to live and how to be kind. Friends, I wonder, What was the best part of this story today? I wonder, what do you think was the most important part of this story today? Friends, if you were someone or something in this story today, who or what would you be? And friends, I wonder, is there any part of this story that we could leave out and still have all the story we need? What an interesting story today, friends. Thank you for listening. It's now time to work on our story for today, to wonder about it and see which parts feel true and how we want to live into that story and that truth. Have fun doing your activities. You can pause the video until you feel complete and then come back to end your class with me. Friends, it's time to end our class for today. Thank you for being here with me. I miss you so much. Let's unlight our chalice and sing our goodbye song. Though we extinguish the light of this chalice here, we know that the light of truth and the warmth of love go with us in our hearts. Go now in peace, go now in peace. May the spirit of love surround you everywhere, everywhere you may go. Go now in peace, go now in peace. May the spirit of love surround you everywhere, everywhere you may go. Goodbye, friends. I'll see you next time. Remember to send Michelle some joys and sorrows, because I'm really wondering about you. All right, bye-bye.